Welcome to MedicalMarijuanaBootcamp.com. I'm Chubbs.
I'm Tang.
Today we're touching on a topic that we get asked about a lot, both email, in person, edibles. What is the best way to do it at home, and if you're making them at home and they're quality, how do you get them into a collective?
Yeah, we get that question all the time, and I've been experimenting with edibles for about 7 years. I've been baking edibles on and off, and I've taught a bunch of people how to make them too.
I've had some.
Yeah, you like them?
It worked. It worked.
So it's to me the best way that the best way is evolved, and the way I currently like to do it is get butter, stick of butter, put it in a pan, put about 1/8 of weed per stick and a half of butter, and put it on a very low setting for as long as you can stand it, as long as you can put it in there. The longer you put it in, the more THC is going to be extracted. And if you do it right, using a double broiler method, and that means you just have a big pot with water, and then you put a little pot on it, and then you put the heat up. You can put the heat up as long as you want because the water is just going to stay at a consistent temperature, right? So put the weed in the butter, stir it up for at least a couple hours. I like to go even 3-4 hours. Yeah, but stir it up every 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, and it should turn purple. When it turns purple, that's when you know it's done. Because it goes from light green to dark green to brown, and then it'll be brown for a long time, but then it'll turn purple. Wait, be patient. It'll turn purple.
It will happen.
It will happen. What I like to do is, out of the pan, I get like a little tea strainer that I got at the tea store in the mall, and it's a really cool little filter. You just dump the butter over the filter, and then put it in like a little Ziploc container. Okay, so as you're pouring the butter through the tea strainer, it's getting dumped into this container. So now you have pure THC butter without any actual bud leaves inside of it, right? And then as the final piece of the puzzle, add a layer of water about equal to the layer of butter you put in.
Gotcha.
And then put it in the fridge. And what's going to happen the next morning is the water is going to separate from the oil, and all of the nasty plants and residual stuff that was in the butter is going to float to the top. Your pure butter is going to be at the bottom. Just skim off that top layer, and you have really, really good butter that doesn't taste weedy, but it's extremely effective.
So that's step one. Step two, making the edibles, is
now once you have the edibles,
once you have the butter.
Once you have the butter, then I get Betty Crocker, get like a little pack, and it's when it calls for oil, just replace the oil with the butter that you made, and
so basically you can use any recipe, any generic recipe for whatever kind of food, and replace the butter or oil with your butter,
exactly,
your bud butter, and it should work.
You can even put it on a piece of toast in the morning,
which I've done, and it tastes like crap.
Yeah, awful.
It tasted awful. It tasted awful, but you can. And people do it all the time.
It's better on like a garlic Italian bread.
Yeah, something that's going to mask a little bit of the bud flavor.
Right. And then and now once you have the edibles, packaging them and selling them to dispensaries is a whole other video.
Well, yeah, we'll do a whole other video on that because there's people out there who are just they're missing the boat on this. You can't just drop it in a plastic Ziploc it up, take a Sharpie, write the name on there, and bring it to a collective and say, this is what I have.
Right.
And it's just not going to work. So we'll make another video about that for sure.
For the boot camp, I'm Tang.
I'm Chubbs.
Peace.
Peace.